Americans of Netflix would cleverly leverage cloud computing to become legends in their own right. And you will see how companies are still racing to move their business to the cloud 2 decades after these pioneers lit the pathway. But first, for valuable context, I want you to take a quick detour into history to learn how an underappreciated giant of 19th century business set the tone for today's innovations by disrupting industry with the development of mass-market electricity. Henry Burden. Henry Burden, the son of a Scottish sheep farmer, landed in upstate New York in 1819 after studying engineering at the University of Edinburgh. Dead set on making his fortune in the burgeoning American industrial complex, by 1835 he had patented machines to forge the spikes used for the railroad industry. He invented another machine that made horseshoes. His company, Burden Iron Works, astounded competitors by making 60 a minute. Ultimately, that prowess allowed Burden to supply the Union Army during the Civil War. At the time, machine-made horseshoes were sold in 100-pound kegs. Burden sold 600,000 kegs annually, generating $2 million in sales. That's $55.4 million in 2018 dollars. Serious business. Like so many industrialists of his era, such as fellow Scottish émigré Andrew Carnegie, Burden understood that ubiquitous, cost-effective power was critical to the prosperity of his business. So in 1851, he designed a massive on-site power generation utility. The Burden water wheel rose 60 feet out of Wynantskill Creek in upstate New York. The enormous steel structure was the most powerful vertical water wheel in history. It powered 2 large iron works facilities that employed hundreds of men. Puddling and heating furnaces, rivet and horseshoe machines, rotary squeezers, steam engines, and boilers were powered by the great wheel. Inspired by this invention, all across the country, industrial sites began popping up alongside rivers. Access to affordable and abundant power generated by water wheels was the primary consideration. 3 decades later, George Westinghouse took power generation to the next level. The gifted young New York inventor used Siemens alternators and his keen business wits in the 1880s to figure out how to distribute affordable alternating current electricity long distances through wires to industrial sites far from waterways. Over the course of the next 20 years, business went all in. As the price of electricity fell, the market share for water wheel-based power plunged from 100% to just 5%. Although Burden's water wheel became obsolete, the precedent he set lived on. Inexpensive electricity transformed the world. Working solely in his own self-interest, he inadvertently brought power to the people in the same way that the cloud would bring computing to the people in our era. Jeff Bezos. When Amazon.com founder Jeff Bezos sat down with 60 Minutes for the first time in 1999, the online retailer was already a phenomenon. Its product line had swollen from books to CDs and DVDs. Customers and sales had grown exponentially, yet when asked about potential growth ahead for the company, Bezos demurred. He conceded the young industry was in a category formation period, when potential was enormous and uncountable. He sandbagged the interviewer and competitors in an effort to gain a psychological advantage, but even then, he saw the bigger picture. He was already building out a network of cloud-based computer systems. Still, he could not have known then that his fledgling Seattle online store was laying the foundation for the most significant age of invention the world has ever known. He could not have known that unprecedented wealth lay ahead, not just for him, but for shareholders and thousands of entrepreneurs who would careen crazily forward on his copious coattails. Like so many successful entrepreneurs, Bezos is razor-sharp, driven, and eccentric. As a young man, he parlayed his love for mathematics and bright mind into a high-paying job as a quantitative investment analyst on Wall Street. The Princeton graduate founded Amazon.com in 1994 after leaving.